Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So finally today I got my hands on quite a bit of 6-star rank 3 Dr.Doom footage. So I had asked him a while ago, and obviously he's a busy person, so it took him a bit to record some of the fights that I wanted to see. But either way, so we have to say huge thank you to Baron Munchausen. I probably am butchering that name like I do many others, but I love that name, just wanted to put that out there. It's a really kind of like funny fictional character, and I love pretty much everything about it. It was really popular when I was growing up as a kid. Either way, so here we can see that the Dr.Doom is 6-star rank 3, currently 660, but for most part that doesn't really affect the performance and this clip. So we can start off here in Realm of Legends against Winter Soldier, so we can see exactly how much damage we are able to put out. So the shock is 196 per tick, I believe, and the base idea is quite simple. We want to get 2 level 3s, and then we want to drop a level 1 and a level 2 and see how much damage that does. Meanwhile, yes, we do have the synergy with Annihilus, I believe, that guarantees critical hits on your heavy attack. We also have Mr. Fantastic and Silver Surfer in our team, and somebody else that I forgot who he had picked. But either way, so we place Armor Break when we drop heavy attacks. Also, we activate kind of Power Cosmic mini version whenever we enter that aura of Azeroth. So here we can see that the first level 3 already did a nice chunk of damage. We are dropping our level 1, which pushes us straight up to level 2. And now we want to get that second level 3 going and see how much damage that level 2 is going to do. Here we perfectly time everything. Also, Armor Break is placed on Winter Soldier, so he's at 51%. And let's see what the damage is going to be here with like already one active Fury buff. And this level 3 dealt 47k, so not too bad at all. And now basically we're launching our level 1, immediately going to level 2, so he's at 31%. And not too much of it crit, but let's look at it in slow motion. So it's 4k, 6k, and then we have 11k, 30k, 11k, with only one of them being crit. So there's an easily potential of doing well over 100k damage, plus obviously all the incinerate damage, just insane. And look at that final slap, man. That is a slap that still is being felt generations down. And let's take a look again, and 40k face slap, man, that has to hurt so much. That's a right proper backhand, just like they teach you in Rock and Roller. And yeah, so that is the first fight over. We also have Captain Marvel fight, where we're jumping up next now. And let's see how we do with class advantage. I believe in this fight he's going to be trying to get by with just a single level 3 and finish it off the fight with immediately going to level 1, then level 2. Obviously here we have also the class advantage, so even without Fury buffs, those heavy attacks are guaranteed crit for like 16k, nearly 17, so that is some nice damage. The thing with Dr.Doom damage is that sometimes it doesn't seem like the biggest numbers, but it like all adds up really quickly because you end up spamming special attacks, there is some shock involved, there is some incinerate involved, mostly level 3s, so he's not like the most flat out standard damage dealing character, but there is some really good damage under there for sure, man. And again, so he goes into the medium, light, medium, level 1, level 2, let's see what that does, 3k, 5k, 9k, I don't think anything crit there, but still that incinerate times 3 for 2000 a tick, so that's like 12,000 per second. That's some really nasty damage here. He's did a 27k backhand, not bad at all, 21k backhand without any Fury buffs active anymore. And 51 hits, 53 hits, basically it's going to be 54 hits, I believe, and the fight is going to be over. And as simple as that, so it doesn't take a long or at all. Again, the only thing is that you do kind of have to sit through those level 3 animations. And now we also have a Juggernaut fight. Now this Juggernaut fight isn't going to last too long either. We're going to see, I kind of forgot what he was trying to do here, but either way, we obviously have the staggers to counter the unstoppable whenever Juggernaut does throw his special attacks. And the best thing about Dr. Doom is that you can play in a manner where it really doesn't matter where opponent does or doesn't throw its special attacks, because you can always kind of control when they are close to 3 bars of power. It's actually quite advantageous for you. So quite often you actually prefer when opponents do not throw their special attacks. So it's kind of a win-win situation here. If Juggernaut throws a special attack, it gets staggered, he doesn't go unstoppable either way. And if he doesn't, well then perfect, it's playing into Dr. Doom's hands. So once again, that epic level 3 has to be one of my personal favorite level 3s in the game, partially because I can see my home from that view of the tower. I do actually live nearby from that place. So it's kind of cool and nice reminder. And yes, so here we go. Is he gonna go for another level 3? And I think he tried to get to another level 3 in time, making sure he doesn't throw a special attack, but it didn't really quite work out, and he lost the Fury buff. But it's not the biggest of the deals. We're already halfway through the fight, and I'm sure that the finish isn't too far off either. Again, epic level 3, and this one went for 26k, so not the largest amount of damage, but there are some nice medium crits for well over 10k as well. Level 1, and how we're going to proceed: a nice backhand, a level 2 with 1 Fury active, some nice crits there. I think 2 of them crit for 22k, quite impressive. A lot of incinerate damage, only 4% left on that Juggernaut. And we drop our heavy attack, plays that stagger, armor break, another 19k slap to the face, and down goes the Juggernaut. Maybe not the smoothest fight, but definitely not a bad fight. So I believe this is from 6.3, just because I wanted to check out that backhand cheese method that I recorded with my maxed out 5-star. But we can see that there will be a few times where it got a bit dodgy, just because Doom is in Sig 200, that shock didn't always kind of reapply, but we still kind of like managed to get through those fights. So also against Vulture, we do have to keep in mind that Vulture absorbs incinerates and converts it into Chitauri energy, therefore we don't want to throw that level 2. But still, those backhands are putting in some serious work. Only 13 hits in, and Vulture is already down to 50% here. He's going for another level 3. And once again, the glorious tower view of my home country. And that takes the Vulture down to 35%. Have a couple of staggers, an armor break, everything's working out fine. And let's see, finish with a nice solid backhand to the face, showing who is the real villain in this game. And now we have Black Bolts. Obviously here I showed that on resistor nodes you can completely cheese the opponents, but that is also dependent on your signature ability, and that it actually took me a bit to figure out what was going wrong. And we can see that in a couple of times that shock will not apply. At 660 he had 70% chance to apply, so there was a time when that shock didn't apply. That means technically Black Bolt had enough time to drop a level 3 on us, and well, luckily he didn't. We are dropping our own level 3. The one kind of like tricky bit though is that there is armor break immunity here, so we cannot armor break, and also we can't keep a stagger going because every time we do nullify buff, obviously stagger expires. That means our heavy attacks aren't guaranteed to be crits either, but still we don't have too much to complain in a fight like this. And nice 20k backhand, another 20k backhand, and third one does the job. So quite a simple, funny, cheesy fight. We have another fight against Drax in the same quest here. So we're going to be definitely seeing a lot of Dr. Doom's famous backhands here. Class advantage, obviously, they do hit quite a bit harder, currently for 16k, and they are just slapping down that Drax like a champion. And yeah, here we can see that shock failed to trigger as well. That is a reserve trick for max sig ability, because max sig ability is 100% chance to activate that shock. At 660 it was 69 point something%. Either way, so here he goes for level 3, that puts him at 21 hits in the fight. The fight is already past the halfway point, It's dropping a level 1 and now straight into level 2. And where's that damage? Didn't crit too much, but that incinerate isn't impressive this time because of all of the energy resistance. However, a solid 30k backhand to finish the job. And now we are in 6.2, I believe, the Lifecycle quest, and that is also definitely a great matchup kind of for Doom. You do lose a bit of damage due to the fact that you cannot do damage over time to the opponents, so your incinerates and shocks do not really work, but at the same time Dr. Doom kind of perfectly works around Lifecycle, so I can definitely see why he chose to tag in there. And yeah, so 23 hits in and she's nearly down. I believe next fight he's gonna finish mainly with heavy attacks, and that's gonna be like super short fight there. So yeah, Lifecycle definitely did not pose any problem. It was 26 hits for this one. And then now we're gonna go and check out the fight against Captain Marvel. And yeah, I believe this is going to be like a really short fight. Don't think he's even gonna throw a special attack. Don't remember. I only kind of glanced through these clips not a couple of times, briefly once. So let's see what happens here. A nice 16k backhand already. Let's go for another one and another one and another one. That's so fun, man. That's one of the favorite things every Doom owner, I bet, loves to do. So 14 hits in, 15, 16 hits in, and Captain Marvel's already at like 4%. Well, here's a Lifecycle did trigger, but it's already extended by a mile, and a nice backhand to finish it up. And yeah, it's 19 hits, so it didn't take long at all. And to cap it off, we have a couple of fights in kind of like casual and collected, so obviously these champions do not have the highest health pool. I'll also speed up these fights before we get to the end of the video. So first one is against Massacre, and it's a final quest in Uncollected this month, I believe, Silver Surfer boss one. So yeah, we can see that in a casual questing situation, that guaranteed crit on heavy attack definitely helps you close out these fights quite a bit quicker. So now we have Beast. If I remember correctly, Beast does have like some sort of crit resistance, so that might make it a bit slower. But 4 backhands, 5 backhands, and 6th backhand does the job, so it didn't take long at all either. And here, whoops, energy is out. Either way, so we just have the Chorus fight left, and then we're gonna cap off a video with a few more slow motions of that nice 40k backhand against a Winter Soldier, and level 2 against Winter Soldier as well. But yeah, anyways, that will pretty much do for today's video. Huge thank you to my teammate Baron Münchhausen for providing us with this great Dr. Doom showcase footage. I definitely know I am excited to see a time when I can get one of these on my own, but to begin with I would need to pull him in the first place. Either way, if you like today's video, hit that like, hit that sub button. If there are any more fights you could potentially want to take a look at Dr. Doom at rank 3 in the content, leave a comment. I'll do my best, and I'll definitely forward the request to Baron Münchhausen, and hopefully he can record at least some of them. But yeah, that will do for today. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit all the buttons, share it with your friends, share it with your alliance mates, and I'm gonna catch you guys soon. See ya!